Well, here, this part of the show is kind of fun because we get to answer your questions that you've emailed in to us at rustinmartin.net. At charter.net, right?
Yes.
All right, Sarah from Paducah writes in, and thank you, Sarah, for your question. Mike, your show is great. Thank you, Sarah. I'm glad you like it. We kind of like it too, don't we? I'd love to come into your store and work with one of your designers. That would be you guys. The problem is, I'm not sure I can afford you. And wow, we haven't had this question before now, have we? Seems to be a theme around there. You can afford us, guy, and we're going to tell you how.
I always like to start off by just dealing with that disclaimer about they can't afford us with telling about all the things that we do and at what price points. We have furniture, carpet, drapery, everything at every price point that can work into a project. We need a little idea of what they want to spend, but we can make it work for them. So what do you think, Julie?
Well, a lot of times it helps if they have a budget, but sometimes they don't. So what I like to do is build the dream, figure out what exactly they want and what's going to make it the project that they want. And then we can always, pull back, or if, they want to add some things, and then you can go from there. It does help if they have a starting point. If they don't, then we can start kind of middle of the road and add or take away, depending on what it is.
And usually there's a few pieces that you can always splurge on when you are designing for them. And then there's several areas that you can cut back. Like if you want to cut back on flooring so that you can spend more money on some nicer furniture pieces.
That perfect lamp or whatever.
Yes,
Yeah.
something to just completely complete the room.
And you don't always have to get the perfect lamp. You don't have to get the whole design when we do it for you. You can add pieces as you go to eventually get the perfect design.
But the main thing is that we're going to give you a plan. And I
Yes.
think that's where most people, when they decorate, they go wrong. They buy things on sale here, and all of a sudden they have a mismatch of everything. And I know there's people out there that have a house like that right now. Our job is to make sure that we have a game plan from A to Z. They may only buy up to E and D and F as they can afford, but the key is they know where they're going to end up. So budgets for us really make it to where we can help them spend their money the very best way. And remember, guys, we want it to look good too, don't we?
Absolutely.
I mean, we only get more business because we've done great jobs and people go, I love the house that you did, and they come in. So, Sarah, I hope that kind of answers your questions. Budgets are something that we just have to work with. Love working with them. Don't be afraid to tell us, but if you can't, we'll kind of lead you through the process and give you an idea of what it can be. Please send in your questions to rustinmartin@charter.net, and maybe we'll answer yours next time. Now, let's take a look at this bathroom, totally finished. Turned out really well.